Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself.
Alright, y'all, what's going on? How y'all doing tonight on this Sunday evening? This is The Bearded, the Club of the Man, 1993. And in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. Yes, I'm exhausted. I am beat. I was on a roll last week with getting reviews uploaded quite frequently and whatnot. And then I just had a lot of plans this weekend. I went to the movies Friday, so I didn't get to watch SmackDown until Saturday. Saturday, I got tired during the show, and I literally had to go back and rewatch the last 20 minutes twice. But again, it was literally nothing I really cared about. Again, I don't know about you, but SmackDown feels like it's getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, again, the whole product in general is getting worse. But SmackDown, Raw has been nothing different. SmackDown, it just feels like everything's getting worse. And of course, even the Bloodline stuff, what we got tonight on this week's show was good, but one, it's definitely starting to lose its steam, which is showing that we need to wrap this up, and there may be a chance they could pull the trigger and have Jay be the one to end Roman. But I still don't think Jey Uso will still be a long-term Universal Champion if he does win the belt at SummerSlam. But what we got on this week's show, for the most part, well, at least the opening promo, we should have gotten last week's show, I thought. Because last week was the Rules of Engagement, where instead it was Jey Uso completely dominating Roman Reigns and just putting him in his place. This week, when basically they laid down the ground rules for the match, I'm this should have been last week. I guess you could have just, I don't know, done the match maybe? Who knows? They did, who knows? Even though I didn't care about the match, because I just don't care about Grayson Waller. I really don't. But yeah. Outside of that, other than the pop for LA Knight, everything else just sucked. It just absolutely sucked. Typical bland booking, which apparently, first off, Vince McMahon just recently had some spine surgery, and Triple H has been home all week taking care of Vince. And apparently Bruce Pritchard was in charge this week. So, of course, that explains things. But once again, doesn't matter, because Bruce Pritchard's Mr. Whatever you say, boss! Yeah. So we're going to go through this review pretty quickly. Other than the Bloodline stuff, I will touch on. Oh yeah, now also, of course, rant on the little consolation prize and the way they make up for not having, LA Knight on SummerSlam. Want to know what those plans are? We'll get to those in just a second. But anyways, so the show took place, again, this past Friday, July 28th, 2023, in New Orleans, Louisiana. The show opened up with Jey Uso in the ring. And then Roman comes out immediately with Heyman and Solo. So Roman comes out, asks New Orleans to acknowledge him. Says he made the Usos. He made main event Jey Uso. And now he thinks he's the tribal chief. Jay says he never wanted any of that. All he wanted was to watch Roman's back and support him. He'd be his right-hand man for 3 years, and through the mud and trenches, no questions asked. He was a tribal chief. He believed in him and thought he could lead this company and their family. But he broke the family. He broke the bloodline, and he broke Jimmy. And it's all Roman's fault. And then Roman's like, shut up. Jay won't back down. And then Roman tries to turn the blame around and put it all on Jay. Excuse me. He wants to turn every stone and think hypothetically. So if Jay can actually beat him, then he will get the title. And he'll get the lay. He'll be a tribal chief. He gets everything that is Roman's. And Jay tells him he's already beaten Roman. He's pinned him. He's the only one. And at SummerSlam, he's going to beat him again. And if Jay loses the match, the tribal combat match at SummerSlam next Saturday, then Jay will be exiled from the family. So, a couple little theories of what I think could happen, but we will save them for the SummerSlam preview, which will be sometime this week. It will definitely not be tomorrow or Tuesday. It's probably going to have to be Wednesday or Friday, unless if I can squeeze it in Thursday, but I still highly doubt. But I'm aiming probably closer to Wednesday, but I still got to make the graphics. But I will, of course, work on that over the next couple of days. But yeah, so we'll hopefully get that in for sure. But it is going to be a really busy week for me. So we have that opening match. And then we did have a backstage segment with Jey Uso and Grayson Waller. It led to a match. Why does he care about Grayson Waller if he keeps wrestling these top guys and losing to them? Of course, you know, we expect him to, but why are they not like allowing people who didn't watch NXT to know who the hell Grayson Waller is? Like, I don't care about him whatsoever. But the only thing I did care about from this match, the main event match with Jey Uso and Grayson Waller, was the fact that Jey Uso got under Roman's skin by doing Roman's spear. And then, of course, after the match, Roman and Solo assaulted Jey. I think Jey even speared Roman, but then I think twice they did a spear and spike combo on Jey, and that's how the show ended. Cool. That's all the good stuff. Let's get to the other stuff. First, we had Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar in the finals for the U.S. title invitational. This should have definitely been Santos Escobar and L.A. Knight. Yeah, but it wasn't. And the match was very average. It was not what you would expect from Santos and Rey going one-on-one. They definitely can put on, like, remember the matches, especially there was a match on SmackDown a couple years ago with Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas. I forgot. I think it was like the second match they ever had on like live TV. That was definitely the best match that they had. I was expecting like a level of that match. This was not the case. And then the match ended in a referee stoppage because of a dive that that Escobar did on Rey. And I guess apparently it gave him a for real concussion. So they called off the match. Santos checked on Rey, and then everything's all good. They're still brothers, this and that, and whatnot. I still think this match suffered because it felt like a waste. Especially, again, since what was it, last week or the week before? 1 to 2. Santos Escobar beat Austin Theory in a non-title match clean. And the match isn't even happening at SummerSlam. It's happening not this SmackDown, but the following week's SmackDown. But again, we already know Santos can win. So they'll probably have Austin Theory win, but yet he'll lose his next non-title match. So why do you even care? Speaking of stuff that I did not care about, we had we care about LA, but I'm sorry, before that, we had an interview with Bianca Belair backstage, and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville were up to brag about their tag title win and lament their lack of a championship celebration they got to be champion for 11 days. Charlotte rolls up and talks trash on them, and then all of a sudden, her and Bianca playing Can They Coexist? They have a tag match, a non-title match against the women's tag champions, and made look like chumps and beat them clean. Aren't you tired of those? So what, are we now at some point in the next few weeks going to get Bianca and Charlotte taking on Chelsea and Sonya for the tag titles? Like, I don't know. But they're having Bianca and Charlotte be all buddy-buddy. It's definitely going to lead to one of them turning heel. Probably Bianca. Because I said, I'm still, spoiler alert, I'm still saying Charlotte is going to win the women's title next Saturday. I'm calling it now. Charlotte is winning that title. But then, something briefly good. Hit Row is in the ring, cutting promo, shitting on the crowd. LA Knight came out, does his usual spew, let me talk to you, and he says he knew Will Smith was in the game, but he didn't know Uncle Phil got in the rap game, dissing on Top Dolla's rap. And LA Knight basically squashed Ashante the Adonis. Cool, but of course, it sucked knowing that that LA Knight was not going to be on SummerSlam. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. He is going to be on SummerSlam. In a SummerSlam Battle Royale. That's your consolation prize for the backlash again about LA Knight not being at SummerSlam, is putting him in a Battle Royale. Oh, God. Oh, gosh, why? These Battle Royales mean nothing. They'll probably give him the win. I'll actually laugh if they actually don't give LA Knight the win in that Rumble, in that Battle Royale. But he's going to be fighting Sheamus in a random match, which is already made me question, is LA Knight a face? Like, he's been acting like a face the past couple weeks, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. But yeah, he's taking on a babyface Sheamus also. But yeah, those Battle Royals, mean absolutely nothing. They'll give him the winner of victory, and they'll do nothing with it. It's going to make the whole thing look pointless. It's a waste of time. You should have just given him the U.S. title match with Austin Theory and did the match at SummerSlam. But what do I know? We did have another backstage, though, with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. And basically, he got them new attire. So again, they're slowly building towards something with these guys. It's still, ridiculous that they've had nothing for Bobby Lashley on SmackDown so far. But we'll see where this goes. I'm not going to say about many things, but we will see about this one at least. Bayley was watching the women's tag title match, and she was watching with EO, and then Bayley offers a pile of excuses and pulls out a cut up letter with green hair, promising to see her soon. And then they roll up to leave, but Asuka rolls up and smiles at them, saying that she has to face two of the best ever. And if EO is thinking about cashing in, she'll make sure she regrets that decision. EO says she respects Asuka, but doesn't matter who wins because she'll be leaving with the title. But yeah, EO is still, Shotzi's still hunting Bayley. Shotzi's hunting Bayley's. Shh, be very quiet. We're hunting Baileys, basically. Karrion Kross squashes Karl Anderson. Why is this feud still continuing with AJ Styles and Karrion Kross? How many times has AJ beaten Karrion Kross at this point? And I heard a rumor that they might actually do a match between the two of them at SummerSlam, which that does not, if it was a few weeks ago, I'd say yes. But since they've gone through this feud, no, I don't care. And the main event, again, was Jey Uso and Grayson Waller. We talked about that. Again, it was pointless. It was another very pointless, underwhelming show. I'll give it a D+. A D+ because, let's up the bloodline. LA Knight got a nice rub, even though I hate the idea of a freaking Battle Royale, and then nothing else was, waste of time. Another waste of time. Well, no. I did also like the spot with I still like the stuff with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. but still very underwhelming. Didn't give me enough to really appreciate the show at all. I gave it a D+. A D+ for this week's episode of SmackDown. Next, I'll be rolling in talking about a good show, which of course is AEW's Collision. But I might take a break first and... No, maybe I'll record first. I was going to take my shower first, but I'll do the shower after I do my Collision review. That way I can upload it and do some other things before I go to bed tonight. But yeah, D+ for SmackDown. I don't care. What are your guys' thoughts down in the comments section below? What are your thoughts on the show? You guys leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter at @TheClubOfTheMan93. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at @TheClubOfTheMan1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. And do not forget, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself.